Charles Pellegrin is beautifully lit for the moment. He is going to start with that tech giant Meta stepping up its efforts against Russian disinformation, Charles.
That's right. The company behind such social media apps as Facebook, Instagram, and Threads, as well as WhatsApp, said it was banning Russia Today, Rossiya Segodnya, and other Russian state media networks from all of its platforms, saying they had used deceptive tactics to carry out foreign interference activity, making it look like organic content. This isn't Meta's first move against Russian state media. Previously, these outlets had been blocked from running ads, and their posts' reach had been reduced. This decision comes after the U.S. filed money laundering charges earlier this month against 2 RT employees for their involvement in a scheme to hire an American production company to produce content that would influence the presidential election.
And from one tech giant to another, Amazon this time, the CEO is looking to rekindle the company's startup spirit.
The company's growth has been monumental since it was created in 1994 in Jeff Bezos' garage near Seattle. It now has over 1.5 million employees around the world, and its revenue for this year could be over $600 billion. And its current CEO, Andy Jassy, believes that the company's real viability and future success depends on returning to that startup mentality. At least that's the gist of a long memo or blog post he shared with employees on Monday. In it, he urged his teams to strive to show urgency, high ownership, fast decision-making, scrappiness, and frugality. He also lauded deep connected collaboration and a shared commitment to each other, saying that collaborators should be joined at the hip. Well, in concrete terms, and this is where the news actually happens, this means the end of work-from-home arrangements at the company, with all corporate staff required to come into the office 5 days a week. Previously, employees had been required to badge in at least 3 times a week. This is really a sore point within the company, with a protest held last year when the company tightened remote work allowances put in place during the pandemic, and the firing of the organizer of that protest. This memo also requires reducing the number of bureaucratic layers within the company. In effect, this means increasing the ratio of people under the supervision of a manager. Those changes could lead to job cuts.
I think we have a deeply connected collaboration between us, don't we, Charles?
Joined at the hip.
Definitely are. Boeing now, they've been grappling with a crippling strike at its plants on the US West Coast.
This after workers rejected a new contract proposal. More than 30,000 employees have brought the production of Boeing's best-selling jets, including the 737 MAX, to a virtual halt. On Monday, the company said it would freeze hiring and cut spending, including suspending most orders for parts used in the 737, 767, and 777 jets, a move that could have considerable impact on its supply chain. Vedika Bahel has the story.
With over 30,000 of its machinists walking picket lines instead of building aeroplanes, Boeing is taking measures to conserve its cash. The continued strike of its blue-collar workers has ground production of the 737 MAX and other planes to a virtual halt, just as it was trying to speed up assembly lines.
Our business is in a difficult period. This strike jeopardizes our recovery in a significant way, and we must take necessary actions to preserve cash and safeguard our shared future. Importantly, we will protect all funding for safety, quality, and direct customer support work.
The strike action comes as the besieged plane maker is already grappling with billions of dollars in financial losses as it tries to recover from a shattered safety reputation. In order to cut costs, Boeing will freeze hiring across all levels and pause all pay rises, promotions and spending on outside consultants. Other belt-tightening measures include restricting corporate first and business class travel and a reduction in supplier spending, a blow to an already fragile aerospace supply chain. It's also considering temporary furloughs. The rejected deal offered to raise workers' wages by 25% over 4 years, but the offer fell short of the union's initial demand. Negotiations between the union and management are due to resume Tuesday, with federal mediators present. Boeing has lost over $25 billion since the start of 2019 and burned through $4.3 billion in the second quarter of this year alone.
And Charles is wrapping up our collaboration with a quick look at the markets.
That's right. European stocks higher at the open this Tuesday. Investors awaiting the U.S. and expecting the U.S. Federal Reserve's next rate decision this Wednesday, with its first rate cut since March 2022 expected. The debate being over the size of that cut. Either way, European stocks higher. The FTSE in London up 0.75% higher, and the Paris CAC 40 up 0.2% higher.
Thank you very much, Charles Pellegrin on France.